Glory be to the Emperor. Honey, I'm here to give you more 40K Brunch gossip. Now, it's been a beautiful time here in the Imperium, and don't you think I forgot about you, babe. I've just been getting things together. Now, I'm so glad you came up here to the Spire to come talk to me about some delicious tea. This one I got from the Inquisition, a friend of mine in the Order Xenos. So sit on down, baby, because I'm going to give you some of the history and the tea about a species called the Drukhari, or the Dark Eldar. Now, I've talked about you a little bit about the Eldar, but there's a lot there. BDSM, brothers and sisters. So if you don't remember, back in the day, way back in the day, these creatures, the Eldari, were created by the old ones to fight a war with these other creatures. Now, that's a whole different story I can go into another time. Well, when the fall happened, the fall, this is because the Eldari had been very hedonistic. They had untold wealth of technology. Well, after the fall happened, go watch the other video to catch up on what happened at the fall. The Eldari broke into several splinter factions. Now, one of them happened to be the Drukhari, or the Dark Eldar. You see, they hid away in what's called the Webway, in a dark city called Komorrah. Now, Komorrah is a dark place from what I was told. It is full of hedonistic pain and vice, where the Eldari to slave off getting zucked up by Slaanesh, the Dark Prince of Chaos, of excess and all that. The Drukhari inflict pain and siphon off that psychic energy of pain and through torture and extend their lives so they don't wind up being eaten up by Slaanesh. Now, the craft world Eldari still use their psychic power, their magic, right? The Dark Eldar do not, because they do not want to be noticed by she who thirsts, right? So they inflict untold pain. They do horrible torture to living beings to siphon off. And they go into raids in this town, this city, for the Eldar of Komorrah is in the Webway. It's an extra dimensional space that the old ones used to use for faster than light travel. They have doorways all throughout the galaxy. So they live there. And it is ruled by several different factions. They're split into cabals and witch cults and homunculi coven, right? And they have gotten very good at flesh crafting and changing their bodies. And they go into real space where you and I reside. At least is what I heard. I heard of a tale of a planet being raided by them. Thank goodness that could not happen here on Holy Terra. Anyway, what they do is they go out into real space and capture people. They're kind of like evil elf pirates and bring them back to Komorrah and torture them to siphon off that energy. They'll do quick lightning attacks. Some of them go out and do mercenaries. They kind of become mercenary pirates out in the real space, but then they come back to Komorrah. And they'll do horrible things. Do you want to live your life? This is what I was told by somebody else. Do you want to live your life like a chair? Just constantly, they'll do that to you. And they have entire rooms of furniture that's made out of living beings. Again, because they are scared of their soul being sucked out by she who thirsts. Now, the homunculi covens, if I remember correctly, are their twisted flesh crafters that craft wings onto themselves so they can still fight and go and do things. And no. Now, there are the witch covens. They're the gladiatorial warriors. They're fast. It's almost like art in how they butcher and maim. If one thing you want is you do not want the Dark Eldar to wind up on your world, because you're in for several lifetimes of suffering. And the thing about the Dark Eldar is that they prolong their life through this excess of pain. But what also they do, unlike the regular Eldari, who kind of prolong and kind of gain some form of immortality through their stones, what they've done, and thanks to the homunculi covens, is even if you even get a finger of them, and take it back to Komorrah, they can craft the entire Eldar and bring it fully back to life, like lickety split. They basically suspend them over vats of pain. And by vats, I mean cages of people being inflicted by pain, till they are sustained enough to regrow back together. Oh no. And they also go out into the world to get to do great acts to show power and strength and gains her status within their society on Camorra, and it is a lore of utmost terror. But again, you never heard this from me, okay? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this telling of Warhammer Brunch gossip and of the Dark Eldar or the Drakari. I can go into deeper tale, baby doll, but this is they're BDSM space elves, right? And they do not use their psychic powers. They even will unalive one that has psychers with a quickness. Okay, so if you want more in-depth videos about 40K lore of our glorious Imperium, glory be to the Emperor, please go check out other YT channels like West Hammer and several others. They're out there to give you more in-depth lore. But I hope you enjoyed this bit. Anyway, you take care, and remember, glory be to the Emperor.